What's up YouTube? ProTech here, back with another video for you guys today. Got the glasses on because I'm still recovering from the eye surgery. Looks a lot better, but it's not 100% yet. As a lot of you are aware, I'm off streaming right now. It's going good for me. Body is recovering, wrist problems are going away. It's been very good taking this time off, and I'm going to continue. But I did want to make a video today to kind of update you guys. For those of you who aren't aware, there's been quite a bit of money that has come through for me moving and living abroad. And I wanted to make this video to kind of keep those particular people updated on what's going on, put into perspective what my thought process is with this and what I'm trying to accomplish and things of that nature. So for me, I'm not really your typical digital nomad. Typical digital nomads got a backpack and they put their laptop in there and then they go. Well, for me, it's a little different because my job cannot operate off of Wi-Fi. I need to have a dedicated line put into my home. I need to be able to stream Starcraft 2. My burden of carrying things is a little different. So for me, specifically what I'm looking for when I scope out a destination is a place where I can stay hassle-free. I would say at least 6 months. I could probably do 3 months at a time, and a lot of destinations do allow that. But realistically speaking, with what I want to do with the YouTube channel, and just in the fact that while I am a nomad by nature, I'm not particularly interested in picking up and restarting every 3 months. You know, I've gone down the rabbit hole for the past 2 or 3 days now, just researching as much as humanly possible about all of this. And the conclusion that I've come to is that it is quite literally impossible to get a hassle-free stay in a lot of places right now. In other words, you do have the freedom to travel, but getting those longer stay, no hassle visas right now, it's just not possible. I've been frequently coming on here and putting out videos about updates and, where I plan on going and stuff like that. But the reason for this is because things are constantly changing all the freaking time. Day by day, you hear something new, you watch a video, something's different. And this is just sort of the nature of the destination that I plan on going to, which is Southeast Asia. And of course, upon further research, I have found a plethora of different options that I have. The problem is that COVID-19 has put a halt to a lot of these things. Not to mention, just to give you an example of a complication that I would run into. Say right now, if I wanted to, I could go to Cambodia and I could stay there indefinitely, hassle-free. I'd rather not. I've been there before. Wasn't the greatest, although this time around would definitely be a lot different just because I have a lot more money. But one of the complications that I would run into is, let's say I'm 6 months into living in Cambodia and I decide, you know what, I'm ready to go. I want to go somewhere else. One of the expenses that you will accrue right now, if I decided to go, these PCR tests, right? And these PCR tests, they average like between $100 and $250, which is required before you go into a country. So if I go into a country, I got to pay $250 to get in, just the PCR alone. And then, I have 30 days and then I have to go to the immigration office and then I have to get another 30 days. And then once that expires, I have to pick up and go. And then when I go into another country, now I've got another PCR test that I have to take, right? While it's feasible, it's a lot of complication and a lot of headache right now at present. And so what I think I'm going to do for now is I'm going to put this concept on the back burner and just continue to save money and just sort of wait for things to ease up a little bit. Since October, I've been following this like religiously. I call up the embassies here and I pretty much always get the same thing. Try back in 2 weeks, or I contact a travel agency, like a third-party website. Try back in 2 weeks, this, that, and everything. I'm going to have to put this on the back burner. It's still going to be a thing. When it's going to be a thing, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea when these countries are going to start relaxing their COVID restriction laws and make it not so much of a hassle, not so much stress, because the other thing that's tied to all of this, when you have all of this complication and you are a foreigner and you are traveling into another country, any tiny little mistake that you make on an application, or perhaps maybe you don't have a document, or any tiny little mistake will result in you not being able to get into your destination. It's been 2 years. Originally I came back here because of COVID, and I've been waiting for 2 years for things to settle down. They do seem like they're settling down. A lot of places are lifting the restrictions on their entry requirements and stuff like that, but we're just not there. I just kind of wanted to make this video to update particularly the people. This isn't a small figure we're talking about, it's a large figure. So I figured I needed to come on here and just sort of explain myself as to why I haven't picked up and gone yet. Because in a nutshell, what I'm looking for is at least 6 months in a place, hassle free. And right now, that just doesn't exist. It could be 2 months from now, it could be another year from now, I don't know. And one of the ideas that I've tossed around in my mind is just picking a place like Cambodia, for example. After that year has gone by, that everywhere else is open and things are dandy and you can just pick up and go. So I'm definitely tossing that idea around, but I'm sort of leaning more towards, I'm just gonna wait for them to open fully, because they are full. I mean, they are open and you can go, but these special visas and these extended visas and all that stuff, this is a huge gray area right now, and that is really not something that I want to deal with. So I just thought I'd come on here and give you guys a little bit of an update for those particularly who have been supporting this idea of me going and travel vlogging and stuff like that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.